I'm recording. Hi and welcome. This is CEO and founder of Chicks Connect, Jules Muller, and we have Millie and Colleen with us today. So Millie, tell us all about you, where you're from, what you do, and where your Chick chapter will be.
Okay, so I'm Millie from Rancho Cucamonga, California, and in the business of business credit, and I'm going to be starting the chapter in Rancho Cucamonga.
Wonderful. Yay, we're so glad you're here. Colleen, what about you?
My name is Colleen Norris. I live in Taylorsville, Utah, which is just outside of Salt Lake, and I'm open to anywhere within the greater Salt Lake area. It would be a great place for the chapter.
Great, and tell us what you do.
My company is Loving Connections. It supports family in Loving Connections. We've developed a board game that I'm in the process of beta testing and getting ready to mass produce.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're so glad that you're both here, and today is our first of 4 Chair Chick University courses. We are recording this for those of you that weren't able to join us today, and we're going to be talking about the Chicks culture and our vision and mission with Chicks Connect. And so Millie and Colleen will be able to interject with any questions they have. And if you're watching this in the recorded version, I would just love for you to send any questions that you have. You can send me a text at 541-390-9873, or you can Facebook message me or send me an email at support@chicksconnect.com. So in looking at the Chair Chick application, I just want to let everyone know that's watching this that we will not turn you away unless it's very clear that you're in it for yourself. Our full responsibility and foundation with Chicks Connect is all of collaboration and being of service to others. And when we do that, we all win. And so we have never turned away a Chair Chick that has been willing and wanting. And so this Chair Chick University application is more of an understanding that you understand our culture and that it's going to be a fit for you as much as you're a fit for us. So essentially at the top here, we just want the name and date. And then I want to describe what these chapters are. So if you're interested in launching a local chapter, you would check this one and put your city and state so we know where you are. And if you're interested in launching an online chapter, we do currently have one online chapter, and they're called Chicks Living Life by Design Online. And you're more than welcome as a Chicks Connect member to join that chapter, because as a member of Chicks Connect, you can belong to as many chapters as you want. We do encourage you to pick one home chapter, and that home chapter is the one you're dedicated to as far as your time, your commitment to adopting a charity, taking on a leadership role. But as a member, part of your membership benefit is you can visit as a guest any of the chapters anywhere you'd like, and that includes our online chapters. The next one says, I'm interested in a Chicks Connect Mastermind format. That is our basic chapter, our core program. And we've developed a few other programs as a result of our growing membership and as the needs have developed. And so a regular mastermind format is our core program and what we provide everything for you. The Chicks Connect Power Hour also has, there's a little bit of background noise. Does anybody know where that might be coming from? There's a little mute button on your sounds like water's running or something. I'm not quite sure it's from my end, but if there's a way you could mute until you have a question, that would be great. The next one says, I'm interested in a Chicks Connect Power Hour format. And this is something that grew out of our need for women that were working during the day at a traditional job, let's say, and weren't as flexible with their schedule. And they wanted to get together and connect with the other chapters, but maybe on a monthly basis. So we developed what's called the Chicks Connect Power Hour. And this is our version of networking. Remember, the first one is really a mastermind. This one is where all the chapters in the area can come together in one location once a month and do some networking, typically over a dinner or a brunch. And I have a whole template and format for that as well. And we invite the community to come in, we invite the nonprofit to come in, and it's a little more formal than our Chicks Connect mastermind groups. Our mastermind groups are really a work session with your sister chicks and really growing and learning together. And our power hour is really more of our networking. The next one is called a Simply Social format. And this is for the people that work all the time and don't want to go to another meeting about work. They want to simply have fun and adopt a charity. So we call it Fun and Philanthropy. And there are women that like to start these because, like I said, they're so busy with work and they want to get together with girlfriends and just have fun and give back to their community. So there's a whole different format for the Simply Social groups. And if you just really don't know yet, you can check this one. So just to give you an idea, someone may decide that they want to do a mastermind group, which is probably why you two joined, to facilitate one of the mastermind groups. And then as chapters form in your area, you might all collaborate and decide to join together in creating a power hour. And then you can hold that as either a membership drive or to promote your businesses to the outside community, to really do a great fundraiser for your charity. And then somebody in the group might say, you know, I really just want to have fun. And they might decide to start a Simply Social. So there's no need to do all of this, but it is available as your chapter grows and develops to know that these things are out there. The other topic one that we created was called, or is called, Chicks with Peeps. And this format is for mothers with young children. And what's been interesting is we've had a lot of men join this too, because there are a lot of stay-at-home dads now. And so we have mothers and fathers who have little ones that aren't yet in school, and they meet at kid-friendly locations. They run a mastermind format. They just bring their children. And the children are able to run around and play on the equipment while they're having their meeting. And all of the members understand that if a toddler needs to go to the bathroom or have a snack or whatever, they can interrupt the meeting without, they do that with empathy because they're all in the same position. So that's called our Chicks with Peeps. So not to put either one of you on the spot, but we would like to know if you are ready to share with us why you would like to lead a chapter of Chicks Connect. Are either one of you ready to tell us that?
Okay, I had to unmute myself. I have actually been interested in this for a while, since you've been at CO Space. And when we worked together this last time, I just fell in love with you even more. So I thought, if this is what the community is like, I want in. So I am, because there's so many like me looking for people like you. So I just love that we're going to share all this together.
Well, and I'm so excited for the members that will be joining your group and get to experience you and your beautiful heart. Thank you, Millie. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. What's interesting is it was during Implosion that someone said, you've got to connect with, it's Jules. Okay, I keep thinking it's Julie instead of Jules.
It's both. My real name is Julie, but people call me Jules, and I've kind of branded myself as Jules. So
she's a jewel. I'll attest to that. She's a jewel.
So I just basically, when we connected, and you invited me to join Chicks. I got thinking, there isn't a chapter around here, so why not at least see if we can get one started. And we do have a lot of women networking opportunities here in Salt Lake, but I look forward to finding out what more Chicks has to offer and what could be unique for the women.
Awesome. And I can't wait for your game to be shared with all of the women, so we can be distribution channels for you as well. So that'll be great. A lot of connections there. So wonderful. So the next one says, what is your vision that you have for your chapter and how it fits in with the Chicks Connect Global Vision? I'm going to skip that one right now because we haven't really talked about our Chicks Connect Global Vision. So I'll want to come back to that one. But this is our Chicks Creed. And, you know, it's a little acronym that spells out the word chicks. And so I'll just read this to you. I am connecting with amazing women. I am helping others and providing massive value. I am doing an inventory of my personal and professional life. I am creating a strategic plan for growth in all areas of my life. I am knowing and loving myself and others, and I am soaring to the top and celebrating my success. So we created this because, again, this is one of the things that if people read, we have little bookmarks, and if people read any of our marketing material, they'll say, okay, this does sound like me. This is what I want. And it will quickly weed out the people that have an attitude of, I want to see how many people I can sell in this room, you know, or I want to push my products and services on all these people, because they won't resonate with this. You know, sometimes one of the biggest questions that Chair Chicks has is, well, what if someone comes to us that doesn't have the same ideals and the same values? They'll quickly feel uncomfortable because we are a very heart-centered, loving, nurturing, giving group of people, and love, fun, friendship, service, and support are our founding values on the front of, you know, all of our marketing and all of that. So if they do come, either they will soften and warm up to the gifts that we're giving them and learn how to give back, or they just clearly won't fit in because they're there to get versus give. And they'll want to weed themselves out. And that's okay, because we are not a fit for everyone. But the magic that happens when the right women show up who are there to give, everyone receives in an outstanding way. So it's really, the stories are beautiful and amazing. And I'm so blessed to know these women and to have been able to attract women like yourselves to this organization. So the next one says, what are your tags, your talents, abilities, gifts, and skills? And how do you see yourself supporting the overall culture of Chicks Connect? So for example, lead committees for events, spread the word as an affiliate, follow the creed and format for the meetings, grow personally, share your knowledge and skills with other members, and be of support on social media other ways. So there are lots of ways that you may have gifts, talents, abilities, and skills, and you can help support the group as a whole. So not only your own chapter, but you can reach out and do webinars to our entire community. We do encourage you to sell your products and services. We want all of you to be successful in your business, just as you are in your life, in your health, in your wealth, in your spirituality. So we want you to grow in all those areas, but by building the relationships first and giving first, and then the receiving will come as a natural from that. So that's an area that you can take a look at. So any questions up to this point? Okay, awesome. So we just ask that you read that information, agree to that, and make sure we're a good fit for you. And then we go into the Chicks Vision and Foundation. I think someone is just joining us. Someone just joined us on the phone. Who is this?
It's Erica Allen.
Erica, we're so glad you're here. We have video capability, so I don't know if you're able to pop on with your video or not, but we have Millie and Colleen on the call with us as well. And we are just reviewing the vision and foundation of Chicks Connect. Can you tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, and your interest in launching a chapter?
Yeah, I'm not able to get on the video. I'm having issues with my internet connection. I live in Prineville, Oregon. It's a pretty small town, and we often have trouble with our internet here. So I just couldn't get it to work today. Like I said, I live in Prineville. I was invited to a Chicks meeting in Bend, which is about 40 minutes from Prineville. And I went to one meeting, and I really loved the whole concept and idea. However, with two little boys and my husband and I both working full time, trying to make it into Bend when they were having meetings just wasn't working out for me. So I was looking into opening a chapter here in Prineville, just because I'm really interested in the information and wanted to be able to participate. So
great,
yeah.
Great. Well, we're so glad you're here, and we're just going to go over, we're recording this call, just so you know, so you'll be able to catch the front half of it. I'll post it in that group, CCU August 2016. And then you can follow along, and also in the files section, you can see the Chair Chick University application, and that's what we're talking about today. So to get back to the Chick's vision and foundation, and if you have a little mute button, maybe if you could push that, Erica, until you have a question, that would be great.
Yeah, no problem.
Chicks Connect is a mastermind support network dedicated to connecting women globally and guiding them into action, holding them accountable for personal and professional growth and development, all built on a foundation of love, fun, friendship, service, and support. So I want to start with the foundation of Chicks Connect, these words, love, fun, friendship, service, and support, and I want to break down what this means in our organization. So love, being tolerant, kind, and accepting of all people, our similarities and our differences. This includes race, gender, religion, sexuality. This doesn't mean that we all have to agree, but we can show one another love and support while we are part of the Chicks Connect movement and following the culture of our organization. Men are welcome in our organization, and they can start their own chapter groups as well. Chapter groups have the ability to set the culture and parameters for their own group with prior approval from Chicks Connect. For example, if you want to have an industry exclusive chapter, that means one business per chapter, just let us know. So I would say 95% of our chapters are open to anyone that wants to join. But there are 2 or 3 chapters that say, you know, we just want one person that represents face cream. We just want one person that represents the financial industry. We just want one realtor. And those we call industry exclusive. That is totally okay and up to the chapter leader to create an industry exclusive chapter. We just need to let guests know when they come in that this is the type of chapter you have. And if there's not a spot for them, that they can either start their own or they can join up with another one that's in town. So we just need to be clear so that people aren't feeling excluded just because of who they are. So we like to be upfront about that. The other type of,
sorry, could I just ask, do you find that the category exclusive works better in groups, or you know how we're in the collaborative environment, but that doesn't always work on a weekly basis. So what do you find is best?
Well, like I said, about 95% of our chapters are open to everyone, and about 5% are industry exclusive. So it is definitely not the norm to be industry exclusive, but what works best is what's going to work for that chapter. So you as a leader need to follow your heart, and if you're all inclusive, we want you to attract the people that are all inclusive. It's not saying that the chapter leaders are wrong for being industry exclusive. They wanted to lead a chapter with that philosophy, and we support that 100% as well. It's just not the norm of our organization, but if it's going to help with your success and help with the success of the women in there, men and women in there, we want to make sure that you're just clear up front with any guests that come. And so let's say that you are a chapter that has a realtor already, and a realtor wants to come and visit. They're more than welcome to come and visit, but they need to know before they come and visit that your type of chapter is industry exclusive and the real estate position has already been filled, but you'd still love for them to come as a guest, see how it works, and encourage them to start their own. That can either be industry exclusive or open for all. So it really, you know, I'm sure just like in any organization, sometimes feelings will get hurt. So if you had, you know, I was even witness to one of these where the Spotlight chick, there's a 10-minute featured chick, and she was a health coach. And she spent her 10 minutes doing her presentation, offered amazing information. And then during the time at the end for announcements, another health coach in the group shared a flyer for an event that she was having and invited everyone to come. And they were not industry exclusive. So both women were very fair in doing what they were doing, but the woman who had her 10 minutes felt a little sad that the other woman invited people to come. And so, but those are great conversation starters, you know, that sometimes our feelings might get hurt. But there is an abundance of information and resources and products and services for people to choose from, and to connect with that person that they feel the best fit is what we want for everyone. So,
so can you start out allowing everybody, and then as the group grows, change it midway to category exclusive if that's the way the members kind of feel they want to go in that direction?
Yes, but just be very careful if you all of a sudden attract 3 realtors to your group and then decide to change midway. You know, how would that be? Now, you know, these are kind of case by case scenarios, but that did happen with another chapter where they were open to everyone and then realized they needed to become industry exclusive and did it midway. So again, just let us know and be clear in the description on the chapter directory of your chapter that we are 1 person per industry. And then, you know, we can go from there. So it is, and you can change midway and you have the consensus of your group, but never at the expense of, well, there's this one person we don't like, so let's be industry exclusive and you know, kick them out. So, you know, and we can talk about those things as they arise. But pretty much, I think that you know, I'll use this as an example as well. There was another chapter that just launched and invited all her friends, her dearest friends, her connections, local people in town to join her in her chapter. And not one of the people that she thought would join joined, and 10 other beautiful women that she barely knew, but still they were connected. They all joined, and they have a tighter friendship almost than the people that she, you know, that she's had friendships with for a very long time. So I really believe that the right women show up, and they nurture and support one another in their growth. And we just really, we almost have to let it be what it will be and not try to control and manipulate. And believe me, I'm left brain, organized, control freak, you know, I mean, so this whole organization and developing all this gift I've been given to, you know, bring, has been a challenge for me to just go on faith and let it move forward without me trying to control and manipulate every little point and piece, which is where my mind naturally goes. So letting it ebb and flow and letting the people come in and really going with your heart and your gut will lead you into the right way. And then seeking advice from other chair chicks. So there are a couple other groups, the Elite Mastermind Chair Chick group, which you can join. That's just for leaders. That's our Facebook group, and we do have calls like this. So once our training is done, you have the opportunity once a week to jump on with other chair chicks. Some have been, you know, leaders for 5 years. Some have been leaders, you know, just brand new like you. So you get the support of these other women and in that particular group. So hopefully that helps. That was a long answer to your question. Okay, so fun. The experience in Chicks Connect needs to be fun, or don't do it. If you find that you aren't having fun in this organization, ask yourself, why? Why am I not having fun? I am personally hardwired to work. And so I need to surround myself by fun people. I need to schedule in the fun. I need to make fun a priority because I would work 24/7 otherwise. I don't naturally think of having fun. And so I made this a founding principle because I knew there are probably other women like me that don't put fun at the top of the priority list. And so we need to attract that fun person into our group so that they can schedule fun activities for us, so that it's not all work, that we are having fun, even in our work, that we're having fun. So, and to give yourself permission to have fun. So if you don't currently have something fun scheduled for your chapter or yourself, make it a priority today. Now, friendship. One of the first challenges in our very first meeting before I even decided to create Chicks Connect, before it even, you know, was a thought. I asked the women in this group that I brought together for coffee, I just said, how can we support you personally and professionally? And professionally, they all had their elevator pitch or their 30 seconds, no problem. But when I asked them personally, how could we support you? They had never been asked that question before. They were like, I'm so busy taking care of everyone else, I forgot what I need personally. I don't even know, you know. And then one woman was very brave and she said, you know, I'm newly single. My children are grown and gone. And I don't have any friends, really. I found that I dedicated my life to my work and my husband and my children. And now you know, aside from my work, all those things are out of my life, and I'd like some friendship. And she was so brave to do that and share with all of us. And so that's when I said, well, how about the fun chicks? Let's have these chicks create fun activities so we can join in friendship and not just in work. So women will naturally make friends in our network. Some will be with women in their local chapters. Some will be with the women they meet at an event. And some will connect over the internet and be so happy when they meet each other face to face for the first time. Women have opened their homes to one another without even knowing each other when women are visiting. So we encourage you, if you're traveling somewhere, say, hey, who are the chicks in Atlanta? I'm traveling there and I'd love to meet you for coffee. We had one woman from Florida post in the group that said, hey, I have a layover in Orlando, or she had a layover somewhere. Anyway, another member was in that area and said, I'll come meet you at the airport. And they just had coffee and had a chick chat at the airport, you know, and then got a picture and posted it for everybody. So we want you to think of this network not only as your local sisterhood, but as your global sisterhood, that you can reach out to these women and ask for their support and also offer your help with them as well. So beautiful memories are created, experiences are recorded, and photographs they post in our Facebook group. That's how we get to see all these stories, because we have quite a few Facebook groups where people can share and ask for things that they need. The next one is service. Each chapter is responsible for adopting a charity of focus. Time, donation of items, and sometimes money are given to the charity. We will focus on your charity in the Chicks Give Back section of the website as well. Being of service to others will not only be such a gracious gift to them, but it will give us a chance to get out of our own headspace and focus on others. And so it's a really fun conversation as you get 4 or 5 or 8 or 10 people in your chapter to say, okay, you know, we have a substantial chapter now. Where do we want to focus our efforts of giving? And if you can't come up with something locally, then we have some recommendations of, you know, national organizations that we recommend too. And you'll kind of see what the other chicks are doing. And it's fun to start thinking about the ideas of what you could do as well. And then support, being there for one another in times of celebration and in times of sadness. Suiting up and showing up when you feel like you'd rather stay in bed. We don't have an attendance policy, but we ask that you attend to your own actions. How you do anything is how you do everything. How do you want to show up in the world? Do you want to give 100%? Watch the support that the universe will show you when you do. So, like I said, we don't have an attendance policy, but when I'm able, each chapter has their own Facebook group, and it's private just for the members of that chapter. And they're really good about saying, hey, sorry, I have to go to a doctor's appointment this morning. So sorry to miss you. Please post the notes so I can see how I can support you, even though I won't be at the meeting. So they do communicate in those chapter Facebook groups, whether or not they're going to be at the meeting. And I love, because I'm involved, you know, I create the group, so I'm in each one, but I love it when I see, I'm so sad to miss you, or I changed my appointment just so I could come. You know, they really want to be there. And so that's what I said. If it's not fun or you're not finding value in it, then what can you do to either change that or massage that so that you do find the value and the fun? But it's a place where women want to be, because they're gaining value from it, and they're feeling seen and heard and safe and appreciated as a contributor in that group. So that's kind of fun. So questions about that part before we get into the front part of this? Okay, awesome. So now we talk about the first part. Chicks Connect is a mastermind support network dedicated to connecting women globally, guiding them into action, and holding them accountable for personal and professional growth and development. So what is a mastermind? A mastermind group offers a combination of brainstorming, education, peer accountability, and support in a group setting to sharpen your business and personal skills. A mastermind is not a class taught by one person, group coaching from the facilitator or leader, networking and exchanging of leads. In Chicks Connect Mastermind Support Network, networking naturally occurs, but it's not the focus of our organization. We know that people do business with people they know, like, and trust, and we work hard to build friendships and trusting relationships in Chicks Connect. Sharing leads is not a requirement, but we welcome and encourage you to do business with your sister chicks. So when you're working in this educational, supportive, empowering group, you want to see each other succeed in all areas of your life. So naturally, you're going to want to refer each other business and do business with one another, but we don't charge you if you don't bring a lead. We don't, fine you money or hold you responsible. We know you will want to do it. And that's just the beauty of building it with friendships and trusting relationships first. That's the result of that. So what is a support network? Our support network is online and offline. Some of you take advantage of all the online community support, educational resources, and others of you enjoy the face-to-face meetings in the local chapters. Many of you do both. Know that there are women in our extended network that are here to answer questions, show you support, celebrate you, lend a shoulder to cry on, laugh with you, play with you, find you resources, share their experience, and just hold you up. We go beyond business networking. And the taking action piece. Always moving forward and doing the next right thing. If you don't know what that next right thing is, ask the group. Some ideas will be perfect for you to try. Other ideas you may have already tried, and some just won't be the right fit. But something will happen if you take massive action. Even if it turns out to be the wrong action, keep moving forward, correct and continue along the way, using the support of the group. And this one, holding one another accountable for personal and professional growth and development. Weekly accountability is a crucial part of the growth of you. The agenda dedicates a portion of the meeting for checking in with one personal and one professional goal for the week. This is where the growth will take place. By identifying one thing in your business life and your personal life, stating it out loud, having the members hold you accountable, and then celebrate your success the following week is going to be building the habit to ensure your success. If your goal wasn't met that week, tell the group why. Ask for support, rephrase, repeat, readjust, and go for it again. You have a team of support with the Chicks Connect, so make sure to use it. And one of the biggest challenges that the members report is asking for help. They don't know how to ask for help. They haven't practiced that. So we have a process and an activity that we do called the Chicks Ask. And it's just taking the time to ask for what you need. And we practice asking. And, and sometimes our asks are met. So, for example, we were at a beach trip, 13 women from 6 different chapters. It was really fun because they all didn't know each other. And we started off our time together just asking, how can we support you this weekend throughout the group? And some of the most memorable ones were, one woman said, well, you know what? My husband brings me a cup of coffee every morning in bed before I get up. And I would like it if one of you would do that for me while we're here at this beach trip. And this woman raised her hand and said, I'll be the one. I'll do that for you. And I mean, who would ever think to ask for that? And she got her need met just like that. And the woman who was able to meet her need is like, that's no problem. I'm up early. I get my own coffee. I'll just take a cup to her. No problem. Another woman asked for a ride home from the beach. She got a ride there, but didn't have any way to get home. And, someone was able to meet that need and give her a ride home. Another woman asked for synonyms to the word wisdom or something. I can't remember exactly what her word was, but she wanted 5 or 10 minute brainstorm session to come up with all these different words that meant the same thing as one of the words that she was using in her marketing. And so we all came up with our own, words and did a big brainstorm list for her and gave her a sheet, and she was so appreciative. So these little things, I mean, we all love to contribute, but we can't read each other's minds. And so if we're specific about the 1 or 2 things each week that we need, the answers might be right there in the room. And that's where the beauty lies within this organization, is women asking and getting their needs met, asking and getting their needs met over and over and over again. And then these are just things for you to remember, and they're just simple little things. I don't need to read them through for you, but all of you can access this application. I'm just going to stop this screen share really quickly and scoot back over to our Facebook group. And then I'll open it up for questions. Oops, wanting to take me there again. All right, I'll open it up for questions for everyone at this time. Let's see if I can find the Facebook group. There we go. Can you see the Facebook group now? Okay, so this is the file section. in the Facebook group. And in here, you'll see the Chair Chick University application. So you can download that, just, fill it out, keep a copy for yourself, send me a copy would be great, just so I know that we're all in alignment and able to move forward. So at this time, what I would love to do is scoot on over to Millie. And if you want to unmute yourself and ask any questions that you may have, and then set your intention on when you'd like to get your chapter started and what we can do to help support you in that.
Okay, so I had planned to start it in September. I think the first or second week, depending on the family schedule. I already have one recruit, so I'm a member, so I'm really excited about that.
And who is that?
Jean Torrey. So so that'll be good. And then I'll get her on the Facebook page once all that, the membership stuff is filled out and all that. But, and I'm thinking of ways to, I actually have a charity person in mind. I mean, not that we're going to be exclusive, but I thought that might help start it. And so I'm excited. I've kind of have a list of names of people I'm going to even contact personally. So
great.
So what was the maximum number you encourage us to have?
So once you have 2 members, you're considered a chapter. So yay!
Yay!
You're a chapter. We can get you on the chapter directory, and you're all set. And then we encourage you to keep it somewhere under 14. If you get over 14, we encourage you to break off into 2 chapters, because during that accountability check-in, we want to make sure everyone is heard. Or you can increase your meeting time to 2 hours if you get really big, but it's really more manageable with 14 or under.
Okay, all right.
And having, I don't know that you all know, but this was founded in Portland, Oregon, and actually a city called Lake Oswego, Oregon. And we have 3 chapters in Lake Oswego alone, and that's just a tiny suburb of Portland. So within the Portland area, we probably have about 22 chapters, all within half an hour to 45 minutes of one another. And so it's not something necessarily that gets saturated, because what you do is provide choice for people. So day, time, location. And what we really encourage our chair chicks to do is find a day, time, and location that works for them. So you are the leaders. We want to cater to your needs, not figure out the majority of the group if it doesn't coincide with what works for you. You are the facilitator of this chapter. If there are 3 other people that want to join but they can't because they need a different day and time, they can start their own. So we want you to be taken care of. We want it to be convenient for you, not you accommodating everyone else at the expense of yourself. So chair chicks are taken care of first, and you build your chapter on what works for you, and then they can start their own any day and time, even right next door or in the same location. We have a couple chapters that meet in the same office, just different days and times to accommodate different people's needs. Okay, other questions, Millie? Okay. Awesome. Colleen.
So yeah, I'm assuming that you have 4 weeks of training before I can even really start the chapter. So I was thinking mid-September, somewhere around there. And yeah, what was the other question?
Just when you want to start, any questions that you have. But while you're still thinking about that, I'll let you know, we just started this training, this 4-week training 1 year ago, and Chicks Connect is 5 years old. So you could start your chapter today if you had you and one other person interested. So this is added support for you, but there's no reason to wait, and this isn't even mandatory. So I love having you on here because I want to make sure everyone is really well equipped with everything they need. But again, if you have a desire and a passion and one other person, your chapter could start right after we get off this call.
That's good to know. Okay. Okay.
And so let's say it just magically did happen right after this call. Your every Thursday the newsletter goes out, and you can all contribute in the newsletter. Any events that are coming up, we can put your chapter launches in there. We introduce new members in there, all sorts of things in our newsletter. So you look for that every Thursday, sometimes in the wee hours of the morning, Friday morning, or if I'm traveling, it might come out Friday. And then on Friday, the lesson comes out. And just to give you kind of a quick overview of the agenda of a regular meeting, we start the meeting with the Chicks Creed that opens the meeting. The first 20 minutes is spent discussing that weekly lesson that's sent out on Friday. And those lessons you can find in the Facebook group, members only. So let's take you there so I can show you where they are. I posted in 4 or 5 different places. Let's see. So this is the Chicks Connect members only group. And then you each will have your own chapter group too. And I'll make that for you once you have at least one other member that's in your chapter. So in here, if you go to the files section, here's the Chicks Ask that I was talking about, right? So this is, we are all practicing asking for what we need. And you can see right here. So this is August week 2. The topic is respect of property and others. August week 1 is self-time. July week 4, staying cutting edge, internet resources. So you can go back and see that I've posted all of these things here. But let's just look at this one because oh no, that won't be it. Let me go here because I also do a recording of the lesson. So if you didn't want to read it and you just want to play the recording of me talking it, you could kind of hear it in the background, and that might be of interest to you. So August week 2, let's see. And I'll just show you how it's usually posted in the group. And then this is also on the website. I have to apologize, I don't think, because I was at CEO Space, I don't think I have this on the website yet, but 5 years of curriculum is on the website in your members only area that you could access at any point in time. But typically every chapter is on the same week at the same time. So that if you were to be out of town and visit, so like Millie next time, well, we won't go to Las Vegas, I guess, anymore for CEO Space. Let's say you did, and you went a couple days early and visited, both of you, Colleen and Millie, you wanted to visit the Las Vegas Chicks. You would be doing the same lesson as you would typically be doing at your own home chapter. Or if you jump on the online group, Erica, we also have an online chapter that people can join. So this is the video walkthrough, and it's essentially me reading the lesson. So it's not like it's any woo, but you know,
Hi, this is Jules Muller,
yeah.
Chief Chick at Chicks.
So it just kind of, if you were doing the dishes or doing something and just wanted to hear what the lesson was before you shoot off to your meeting, you could always listen to me reading through it. Or while you're driving or whatever, you wouldn't have to look at it, you could just listen. So that said, you have the Chicks Creed, the 20-minute discussion of this lesson, whatever it is for the week, the 10-minute featured chick, and the 10-minute featured chick is members only benefit. So if you have a guest, they are not part of the rotation of that. That's a members only benefit. And they get 10 minutes to share their business, their passion, their charity, whatever it is they want to share. They are the spotlight for that 10 minutes. They might say, I have a real business challenge, or I have a real personal challenge and I want your feedback. Maybe they'd spend 2 minutes stating that challenge and then 8 minutes to receive the input from the group. Their 10 minutes is to be used however they want to. One woman taught a hula. She was Hawaiian and taught the members how to do hula. Another one taught the members how to make gluten-free cookies. You know, definitely you want to spend that first 10 minutes probably in your rotation talking about your business and how they can support you. But from there, you can talk about anything you want when it's your turn. And then after that 10 minutes is the ask question. So you're saying, this is my goal for the week personally. This is my goal professionally. This is how you all can support me. Then there's leadership reports. So maybe the charity chick will talk a little bit about the charity, or the fun chick will say, hey, our chick flick is this Friday night, you know. So you can run your like if you were that motivated and wanted to run your meeting tonight or tomorrow or whenever, we would make sure you're totally ready. And then these are just added support for you so that you get a full understanding of what's happening.
Connect, and we're talking about respect
Oops.
of property.
I was like, who's talking now? It sounds like me. I hit the go button.
So this is my question. You said it wasn't a class, but then it looked like that 20 minutes was in a class format.
That's a discussion of a topic. So, you're masterminding around a topic. So there are open-ended questions. Have you looked at any of the lessons yet?
I haven't.
Okay, so let's pull one up real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna do screen share. Somewhere. I think this is it. Nope. Okay, can you see respect for property and others and being on time? Okay, so these are topics. Last week we focused on respect for ourselves. This week we're talking about respect for property. How do you respect others? So here's, the idea is that all the members get this in their email on Friday. The hope is that they all print it off, write down their input and their ideas, and then bring it to the discussion, and that's where the mastermind occurs. So somebody might have an opinion, like if one of them's about generating leads, somebody might have a really good system on how to generate leads that none of you have ever heard of. Somebody else might have a really great system on how to follow up with those leads. So these story starters, if you will, or lesson topics are created, the ideas are created by the members. So every October I send out a survey that says, what are your 3 top business challenges and what are your 3 top personal challenges? And then the themes are created for the whole year, and then the curriculum is created. So these are all kind of story starters, if you will. So the first one is all, how do you respect property? Share some examples. The other is how do you respect your family members, your peers, your clients, your leaders, and others in your life? Why do you believe it is or isn't important to respect others? So they're all open-ended. And so you as the facilitator are just asking your group these open-ended questions, and they're all sharing their great ideas and different stories and different input about how they've incorporated that into their particular life and business. Does that answer the question for you?
Yes, that answers the question.
Okay, perfect. So other questions that you have, Colleen, before we move on to Erica?
I think that pretty much covers it. Thank you.
Okay, Miss Erica, tell us what questions you have and your intent on when you'd like to start your chapter.
Well, I feel like I need a couple of weeks to get it started, which kind of leads into my first question. I am pretty new to Prineville, and so I don't know a lot of people here. And so I was curious, how do you usually generate people? Like, how do you get people to come, especially when you don't really know them? Where would you start with that kind of a thing?
Well, that's a great question. Our third course, if you will, for Chair Chick University is marketing your chapter. So giving yourself a couple weeks is probably a great idea, but also I know of women in that area that are members that may want to co-facilitate a chapter with you. So that might be one place to start for sure. So I'll do an introduction to one gal named Karen, who's a member who's currently attending the Spirited Chicks of Redmond, and she wants to start one out in Prineville closer to her home, not have to drive to Redmond. And so I think that's a good place for us to start. And then you can determine if day and time is going to work for the both of you. And if not, maybe you can both launch at the same time with 2 different ideas of days and times for the people that come to your informational meeting.
Okay.
Awesome.
I had another question and I completely lost it. It'll come back to me. I'm not sure I can't remember what it is now.
Okay, and if we're off the call, feel free to just message me. We're connected on Facebook. Just so you all know, I have a personal Facebook account. It's Julie Edmonds Muller. Within quotes, it says Jules. And then I have a second account that doesn't have a picture of me. It just has our Chicks Connect logo, and that one's called Jules Muller. My intern runs the Jules Muller one, not me. So if you're looking to message me and have me respond quickly, it's best to connect with me on my personal one, which is the Julie Muller one. Or, like I said, send me a text at 541-390-9873. And I'll just show you that. While Erica's thinking of her question, I'll show you that Facebook, my actual real page. This is what my real page looks like. I guess it doesn't say Edmonds anymore. It just says Julie Muller, but then Jules down below. And if we aren't currently connected on this page, I'm at my limit, so I can find some inactive friends to get rid of and make room for you. So just let me know that we need to connect here. So any new insight, Erica? Did it come back?
It didn't. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. I was just sitting here. I should have written it down.
That's okay. I'm sure right when we hang up, it will come back for you, and then you can message.
Probably.
Okay. Any parting words? We'll meet again, same time, same place next week, and we'll talk about the Chair Chick Toolkit. So that's kind of how to launch, where to have an informational meeting, what to do with that informational meeting, and it's a kit. It's numerous pages long. Like I said, if you were ready to, sometimes we have way too much information for people, but sometimes people want way too much information so they feel comfortable. But like I said, if you're someone who's just ready to jump in and you have the heart for it, we'll make it happen. I'm sure you won't fail. So there's a lot or a little, depending on what you need, and we'll just get you dialed into the support that you need to make sure it happens for you.
Jules, can you give me your text number again?
Yes, I think there's a little chat box down here. Yeah, so I'll type it in there. 541-390-9873. Can you all see the chat?
Oh, yes.
Great. And then I'm connected to a lot of people in Utah, Colleen, but we just haven't had anyone want to lead yet. So I'm excited that you're excited and willing, and hopefully we'll get some chapters going in that area. It's beautiful. I just love visiting, and so I'll be happy to head back there. The other thing we have is we have an event coming up in Las Vegas, January 13, 14, 15, and it's called our Chicks Connect Inspiration Celebration. Again, not a requirement, and we for as long as we've been doing them, we've kept them free to attend. We don't want to charge you if we don't have to, so I look for places that can donate, but there is a charge for food if you want to eat the food at the event. But we look for speakers. We also look for big donation baskets, and then we raffle those off for our charities. It's a lot of fun. So if that's something that you can make, that would be great. And if not, we have another one scheduled in Oregon in April. So as you build out your area with members, we're more than happy to do these type of events in your own hometown. And you can host them, and we can bring in great chick speakers and breakout sessions, and a lot of fun.
What dates in January was that again?
I want to say 13, 14, 15. Does that look like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday? There'll be more information as we move forward. But I think those are the dates. Whatever that teen weekend is in January.
Can you send me some contact information for Karen here in Prineville? So that I can connect with her and talk to her about, getting a group going here in Prineville. Like I said, I'm pretty new, and so it'd be nice to talk to somebody that maybe has been here for a little bit longer and might have some ideas on how to generate more people.
Yes, and then I'd encourage you also to, if you can, get away to visit the Redmond chapter. I think that's probably closer to you than the Bend one. But they have a thriving chapter as well. Janice DeBow is the chair chick of that group. So I'll make introductions for both of those women.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, and then I would also like to get more information about the women that have expressed interest in the Utah area.
Definitely, I will.
What area in Utah are you?
Salt Lake area.
Okay, I actually have a lot of family down there, and so I can throw the word out there, and maybe send some people your way as well.
Great, sounds fun.
That's great, and that is what happens. I'm going to take you to the website really quickly. This will be our last. Actually, I should make it one of our first trainings, but to sign up as an affiliate. So you're looking at the Chicks Connect website. Can you all see that on my screen share? Okay, so right over here where it says affiliates, the affiliate sign up, this is free, by the way, and anyone in the whole wide world can be an affiliate, and they don't get any membership benefits. The only thing the affiliates get is money for their referrals. So I just want to make it clear that our affiliates are completely different than our members. Now, typically the members are also affiliates, but we don't, they aren't always both. So if you have anyone that you want to refer, you can sign up as an affiliate by just clicking this, filling out this form, and you'll get a tracking link. And then when, like if Erica, if any of your family members wanted to join or they knew someone that wanted to join, you'd send your tracking link to them. They would join. Mm-hmm. We would pay you $10 of that $27 monthly. And that's month after month after month. So if that sounds like something you want to do, make sure that you sign up as an affiliate as well as a member. So here's the join now for membership. Here's the signing up as an affiliate. And then we have an extra training for affiliates. And this will be the last thing we'll do. So affiliates for Chicks Connect, starting next Monday night, we're going to have a kickoff because these women and men in this group want to refer 15 members and make an extra $150 every month. So our top affiliate has referred 15 members. And so these, however many people in this group right now, 18 people want to be part of that 15 referral club. We also have people that want to be part of the 100-person club, but they aren't quite there yet. So that would be $1,000 residual every single month for telling a person once about Chicks Connect. They join, and as long as they stay a member, you'll make their $10 every month, month after month. So you refer 100, you make $1,000 every month. And that would warm my heart to pay, anyone $1,000 a month. That'd almost make a, rent payment or half a mortgage payment or something. So that would be pretty cool. So questions about the affiliate program or how that might work?
I think I joined the affiliate program. How is there a way to confirm whether or not I'm on that list or?
Okay, let's check it out. So for those of you that are interested in Infusionsoft, whoopsie,